Good evening. Welcome to Handelabra Live. Everything seems to be on. That's good. We've got a Sparky Wolf and a Takewalker. We got a little new spirit on the screen here. Yeah. Before we begin, I always want to mention that Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone. Trans rights and Black Lives Matter. Anyone actively working against these things is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So be excellent to one another. And happy Inauguration Day Eve. Inauguration Eve, I suppose, to any Americans out there. Here in Canada, it will be a Wednesday tomorrow. Bad people get... I gotta hover over that to see what it means. Patrick Bunk. Cool. So yeah, we're going to continue with some Spirit Island Branch and Claw previews tonight. And this time it is going to be something more woodsy. So I thought I should have a drink that tastes like trees. Delicious cold trees. Yes. Hello, Brian the Wolf Hunt. A tree drink. Yes. I highly recommend a tree drink if you could make one or find one. Specifically juniper. So let's take a look at this Keeper of the Forbidden Wilds, as it is known. This is a spirit that is with a wild, so it starts with one presence and one wilds token on the starting board in the highest number jungle. So you start far away from the coast. You start in the jungle, and you can only easily place presence in lands with wilds or your presence. If you put mint in it, does that count as a tree? No. It's got to be gin. I guess potentially smoky stuff if you want to do a wildfire theme. Yeah, so growth options similar to Sharp Fangs. Picks 2. Reclaim and get energy. Reclaim is free for Keeper. Gaining power card. Again, a lot of power card gains are pretty easy with these spirits. Adding presence at pretty good range, but can be hard to actually have a location to add presence. And for 3 energy, you can gain a power card and put presence almost anywhere. So yes. Special rule, Forbidden Ground. Anytime you create a sacred site, push all Dahan from that land. It is too spiky for the Dahan in that case. And then there's the thing about events, but we don't have events in there quite yet. And yeah, the late game presence can get quite outrageous because you can add 2 presence a turn and start making sacred sites everywhere, and you have powers that have to do with that. Innate powers. This one is a little harder to get. 2 damage, destroy 1 Dahan, and then extra damage. And then similar to Wildfire, there's some splitting available there. The energy track that Keeper has is pretty outrageous. Similar to Earth, where it actually gets to 4 right here, which is pretty strong. And Spreading Wilds is an innate power you will almost always have, I find, where you can push explorers out of a target land and add wilds. So this innate is one of the ways that you can start going across the island by adding wilds and then being able to put your presence there the following turn. Hello, Lurking Seamus. And then unique powers. So Sankersak Wilderness pushes Dahan and does some damage based on wilds or adds wilds. Gain power cards. once again. Regrow from roots, removes blight, which can be handy because especially early in the game, it can be hard to actually deal with the invaders with Keeper. And Towering Wrath is the sort of bomb card. 2 fear for each of your, and then for each of your sacred sites in or adjacent to the target land, 2 damage. So that can be a lot of damage. Also Destroy Dahan, so watch out Dahan. So we're going to play a regular game. I guess I should start a prediction. Let's do a quick prediction. Will I win my first game with Keeper? I can like just click on it. All right, prediction. You're going to gamble. Gamble your hard-earned Handelabra points. So this is just going to be the basic game, no adversary, and then we'll do another game with an adversary, I'm sure, afterwards. And that might be a different story. Let's see how these channel points stack up. Brian is going to be the contrarian. I said it's a whole minute before the time runs out, which I should have started before I started reading things. But hey, I can bring up this screen where you can see where this is going to be options. Sparky Wolf goes no. Strong prediction. You'll be able to decide if you don't want to play Branch and Claw rules, so omit those cards and just play vanilla. You can do that. And play without events, which is currently the only way to play until we have events going in here. All right. Time is ticking. Brian is voting yes. Someone's going to put up like 10,000 points. Yeah. Oh, we could also play in 2D because that's working now. It's not in the beta version yet. This content is in beta testing now, though, so that is exciting. The beta testers are digging into it. All right. The clock is ticking, so I'm going to hit go as it expires. They explore the sands. So if you had your last... You waited to the last second, you might have had more information. All right. Should I look at that? I'm not going to even look at the prediction. Then I won't know. I won't know what the numbers are. All right. So they explored the sands, which is like probably the worst for us that they could have done because that's at range 2. And we cannot get there. We might be able to gain a power card. So our powers don't, like, work. We can't do anything in the fast phase, and we can't reach... these powers are slow as well. So we're just not equipped. This is just going to blight and kill the town. That's okay. Oh, yeah, we were going to do 2D mode. Let's try 2D mode. Actually, I haven't played a game in 2D mode with tokens, but there's a token, there's a token, there's a token. And we'll see. Okay, so we're going to gain a power card, I think. I mean, we're going to gain a power card and add presence, like in any case, but it might decide for us, like, which presence option. We'll take a minor power and try to get something at least to pull this explorer out of there. Well, we have invaders do not build in target land this turn, but there have to be Dahan there. Oh yeah, also, this shouldn't be scrolling sideways. This has to scroll now for reasons, but it shouldn't be scrolling sideways. I should fix that. There are no Dahan there, so that doesn't actually help us that much. Yeah, interesting. You can like drag this window around, but actually it's harder now because of the scroll view that I put there. So I'll have to think about that. Yeah. I guess a cookie for anyone who knows what the reason is. Why this might have to scroll. In Branch and Claw, specifically. Dahan Ways is always good. Pact of the Joined Hunt. Gather Dahan into one of their lands. That's not really a thing. I mean, the elements are good, but for me, but also, like, when I bring Dahan into my lands, then, like, I end up killing them. If target land is jungle or sands, remove a blight. If I have 3... Yeah, this one is actually more suited to what Keeper is doing, because getting to 3 plant is pretty easy. Yeah, there's a way to choose more than 4 in Branch and Claw. At least one card that I've come across so far that I have done that for. This is a handy card, except it won't work because there needs to be a Dahan there. I guess I could try to use it next turn, but I think I'm going to be more like just like removing blight. Will be something that I'm going to need to do. So let's add presence. Let's go for... Yeah, and there's not even any like explorers nearby. I guess there might be in the slow phase. Actually, there have to be in the slow phase. So in one of these lands. So having 2 sun would be really good. Whether that's by playing these 2 cards. Yeah, probably playing these 2 cards. I mean, getting the 2 card plays is kind of a no-brainer. If I could afford... Oh, wait, I will afford it, right? Because I'm getting 1 energy. Yeah. All right, I made a Sacred Site, so I have to push Dahan. So I'm going to just push them here where the town is. Oh, and I mean, I have to push them away if I go send them there anyways. Let's play that and play that. I can add my wilds here. Of course, the funny thing is if I add a wilds and they go to the explorer there, the wilds goes away. So it makes it hard for me to expand. If I'm going to... I think I'm going to put a wilds here, I think, probably. I guess I could move more Dahan into here. And then they'll kill the town that they build. That's okay. The Dahan probably get killed, but it is... They're doing their best. And they explore in the wetlands. So they don't explore here, which also means I can't put my presence there. Why not wilds in both the wetland and the mountain? Because I only have 1 fast power. Can only pick 1. I will be able to add wilds somewhere else. Seamus the Hug Monster has it. There's a blight card that is draw a number of players plus 1 minor powers, and each player picks 1. Yeah, so that's 5 cards in a 4-player game, and that is Aid from Lesser Spirits. And you actually, it's definitely not in this game because of in this game mode with no events, that card can't come up. So I'm going to gain a power card. Let's keep getting minor powers. See if I get a fast phase power that's useful. Well, nope, but I can potentially do stuff in the slow phase with some damage here. Or Absorb Corruption is like really good. It's got sun and plant for me. I can remove Blight, which is going to be everywhere. And it has my elements that I want, so let's do that. We're probably going to have no Dahan left on the island. It's not a very Dahan-friendly spirit. So they're going to be building in the wetlands here. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. So if we can block them, well, here's the thing. Yeah, I can get my presence into here, and then they're either going to explore jungle or mountain. So we definitely block and explore with this, but I can still get my presence in. So unless I needed to reach a different land, but I don't think so. Don't need worshippers, just sacrifices. So we're going to gain a power card first, I think. And maybe something with sun in it would be cool. If it's jungle, then we can get rid of the explorer here too. That would be nice. Oh, sorry, if it has a sun. Defend. We can actually defend one of these lands. Amazing. We could have actually also use promises of protection there too. Or fire in the sky would also work. Or sap the strength would work if we had an air. So all these cards would actually work to except sap the strength because we don't have presence there. But this one's more situational, I think. It has more plant, which we like, but we have lots of plant. This one is all right. But I like fire in the sky because we do want the fire, actually, right? Yeah, let's get that. Because we put a stripe on the town, and then the Dahan kill them all. So, and let's get to that 4 energy. That's really good. So we'll play fire in the sky. That deals with this. Oh no, that's only 1 from a sacred site. That doesn't solve it for us. Alright, we had to pick a different card. This is range 2 from a sacred site. I think I'd rather have the sun, maybe. Just always be able to play 1 sun card. Even though that's like Dahan centric, it does the job here, right? Because they're only doing 3 damage. And plus 2 health keeps the Dahan alive. So I do that. And they're actually not going to blight there. So renewing rain doesn't do much. Regrow from roots, I could remove that blight. And yeah, Tiring Wrath is like, that's just going to blight. There's going to be 5 damage there that we're not really stopping that probably. I want to save sun cards unless... Yeah, so if we do that, we could always reclaim, but like avoiding reclaiming lets us grow faster and get more cards. This lets us add wilds and remove a blight, so we don't need to worry about... I mean, yeah, the blight card flipping, I guess, is the main concern, not really. All right, here, gather up to 2. We don't actually need to gather anymore. Unless we want to move this guy away. We could play this again the following turn, though. Here. So I'm just going to leave them where they are. So get a blight here, but we destroy the town. And here we get rid of all of them. Oh, and they do blight the land, so that's a thing. So we could, I guess, have used Renewing Rain as well. I forgot that they actually did. We're going to blight because we're not actually defending. So we could have taken that defend card, I guess. I just figure we're going to remove enough blight a lot of the time that it's not the end of the world. So here we can remove that blight. Maybe we're going to get too much blight here unless we're able to actually defend. Yeah, so here we can send away this explorer to wherever. I don't really have like destroy explorer things. So he can just go over here. Yeah, so I guess the question is, do we can start getting presents over here. I think we try to reclaim. Not reclaim. We gain a card and see what we get. And if it has like a defend that can stop one of these blights, then we don't need to get our cards back or something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that. Nope. Nope, that doesn't do those things. Purifying Flame is pretty good, though. Good elements for us. Actually, all of literally exactly the elements for us. So we're going to have the Blight card flip. Question is, do we want to try to save the Dahan there / kill the town? Pizza in the oven, nice. I mean, versus adding presents to the board, which is nice. If I reclaim, I would probably then play Promise of Protection, which is like, I'm not actually protecting that much. And I can always like keep removing blight. The island is going to get blighted though. Kind of no matter what here. We have command beasts. So yeah, we could only get one fear. Actually, if invaders are present, so it wouldn't even do anything. The command beast isn't doing much for us right now. There's not a lot of beasts. The thing is, the reclaim doesn't actually change the blight calculus, and we have stuff to play, so we're going to do that. And try to spread to this jungle. Let's get to 4 energy, and then we can start making sacred sites. Yeah, we could also do only 2 damage for this, but like getting that up to 4 damage, 6 damage in some of these lands would be really good. Right, so these 2 get us to 2 damage, destroy 1 Dahan. So if they happen to explore jungle or mountain, and we also have damage per blight that we could hit this land, or we could just, we could remove the blight from it, I guess. I don't know if we need, absorb corruption versus renewing rain. Gets us to the same thing here. For the same price. And there's going to be a blight there. Oh, right. But we don't actually have 1 damage per blight. I guess if we do that and Towering Wrath, we can destroy the city that's there. If we do that, this gets the range increase. We still don't get... This is range 0, so it's only going to work on literally this jungle if they happen to explore there. So it's not super valuable at the moment. So I don't know if... I'm just thinking if it's worth, like, this much energy to destroy a city versus, like, remove some blight instead. So we could definitely do this and get rid of a blight in, like, any land. And... oh, right. We actually can't reach... If we might have wanted to put our presence here instead, actually, to get another sacred site. Actually, if we do that, that might be smarter, right? If we put our presence there, we get more damage from Towering Wrath. Even though it's maybe... this might be a bad idea because we're hampering our spread. But if we get 2 sacred sites, then this is going to be 4 damage there. Sure, we send this guy. We get 4 damage here. Purifying Flame makes it 5 and clears the land. That seems more worth it. And then we have Sacred Sites. So we have the Sacred Site, which would be helpful for, like, you know, removing Blight. We do have the option to remove Blight over here if we want. So let's do that. We don't want to use Command Beasts right now. Blight, Blight. Memory fades to dust. We have lots of powers, so I don't mind forgetting one. And we get Wetlands, so actually not a bad situation. So interesting. So this is 4 damage and 2 fear. We end up leaving an explorer because I can't target this land. It's interesting. I think it probably still makes sense to, like, do the damage in here, because this can only remove Blight from mountains or sands. This cascade here is going to be a problem. And Spreading Wilds, we can add wilds into the mountains here. This, like, won't do anything. Actually, yeah, if we could get an explorer pushed into one of our lands, but I don't think we can't do that. We can at least send him, like, down here. And that's it. Well, sure. So no Ravage, which is nice this turn. We could just take a step to remove Blight so that we don't get Cascades. Yeah. We can't remove Blight from both. At least without reclaiming. I wish this had one more range. That'd be nice. It's hard for us to get into places because of the Blight. So I definitely want to play this. Yeah, I kind of feel like continuing to gain. Maybe I'll gain a major power here. And see if we get something cool. Pillar of Living Flame, add Blight. So Smothering Infestation, add Disease, and lots of damage. that could be good on either of these lands. Range 0, though. So that doesn't work for us too well. Sea monsters, coastal or wetland. Add a beast. Invaders are present. 2 fear per beast. 3 damage per beast. 1 damage per blight. So actually that could deal with one of these lands pretty easily by like using command beast to push the beast into where we want. Yeah, we can outpace that blight card pretty easily. Living Flame is good, except like the problem that we have right now is wetlands, so I don't want to be adding blight there. And this is hard for us to be range 0, so I think Sea Monsters is going to work. And let's forget maybe Promise of Protection. Can't quite get to 3 card plays, but we're going to try to get towards that soon. So let's get presence. I think having presence here is good, because then we have range 1 to all these lands and also surround like this land with Sacred Sites more for big damage. Yeah, Sea Monsters, and we're not going to get to 3 plants here. This one will actually let us... Oh, at least it lets us gather the blight. It doesn't let us actually remove blight, but they're not ravaging this turn, so it's not the end of the world. We could remove the blight here, but honestly, stopping one of the cascades is more important. So I just do is gather the blight out of this land. And then we have other cards that make it easier to, like, all of our cards have to do with like jungle and sands blight. So I guess that one works, jungle or wetlands, but like bringing blight into the land where we are already is kind of easier. And this land has more in it, so I want to use Sea Monsters on that to do 6 damage. And that'll almost clear it out, so. Oh, and actually will because of 1 damage per blight. Okay. Alright, we'll use Command Beasts and push. Forget a power or destroy presence. We don't need that Sacred Site right now. So I think I'm going to lose this one. Oh yeah, also a fear card. We add a Strife. I'm actually going to add it to this city. Then we won't have to worry about that city ravaging nearly as much. And they explore the mountains. Good job on that. They didn't get too far. Each of them had wilds. All right, so Sea Monsters in here, excuse me, should just destroy all the invaders. Excellent. And generated a lot of fear because it was 4 fear for beasts and then all the fear from destroying the city and the town. Here we're going to gather that blight. And then we can actually add wilds there, which isn't necessarily the best place to add wilds, but I can't target. I guess it could be on a coastal land, so I could do it here. But I think gathering this explorer away. Does that do anything? Not a whole lot. I guess it does like let me do damage to him where I am, which is like something I have a hard time doing. So just put him like here. Well, not here. They'll build there, but in the jungle. Then if I get my innate, I have something to use it on. Also having a wilds. Oh man, maybe I do want a wilds in there where they're building though, right? Honestly, that's more important, isn't it? Because that's going to let me put presence in there and let me use my bigger damage. Okay, I think we're at the point of probably reclaiming. We could gain and... We only have 2 cards though, right? So we kind of need to reclaim to be able to do stuff. We have this Ravage here that we could get to Han into there. And buff them if we wanted to. Oh yeah, well maybe I could go back on what I did because we have this, which is 2 damage per wild, which actually, if there's a wild there, that just deals with that, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go back. We're going back again. That has some value to it, so having the wild in that space. Okay, so reclaim. And I think we're going to add presence so we can get to 3 card plays. That's okay, no mint. I could make a sacred site here, which is probably worthwhile. I could add presence here, but it's actually going to be clear, right? Because of this. 2 damage per wilds, the end. So it's here where they're actually going to have they're actually not going to have a town, and actually the Ravage is not going to do anything. So that's actually not doing anything at all. We almost win if we just destroy that city. We do win if we destroy the city. 3 damage per beast. They're not building. So I think we win if we destroy both of these. And also, I mean, we're not quite to no cities. A new version of Java. Okay. And I get another card play. Maybe something with fire on it. Cool. Oh boy, Java. I think we just win. Because, I mean, that's the real power of these wilds, right? Is stopping explorers means also stopping builds, also stopping ravages. They've done very little in the last few turns. And the sea monsters obviously was a great draw as well. But let's forget a power because I don't think it's going to matter. Do I need the elements on this? I guess I do need the plants. I mean, wouldn't say I need the plants. Sure. We get 2 fear cards too. Well, I guess we're removing explorers. Let's go here because we can already damage that guy. You may push. I kind of want to leave him there. No build. They explore the sand, so they actually do manage to explore, but I just have to destroy this city. Let's purify the land. And punish those who trespass. And spread the wilds. And the sea monsters. Almost destroyed all the invaders. Probably could have, honestly. Victory! Alright, prediction. I got 3% says yes, and 97% said no on a points basis. I won. The answer was yes. Brian the Wolf Hunt, you win. 610 points. You won all the points. And now you can see the tokens on here too. All right, let's play another game with Keeper, but we'll play with 2 boards this time, just like last time. And I don't remember what we did for the... I think we did we do England? Let's do Prussia this time. So, if the chat has any suggestion of which partner for Keeper to play with, maybe green, jungles and keepers and forests. And let's get Prussia up to like, I don't know, 2. Get that stage 3 happening. Let's go with green, unless there's another suggestion. I think that's kind of fun. And I will throw up the wildfire shadows. Let's do green. All right, new prediction. Will I win against Prussia in game 2? Send in your votes. This is the setup. It is difficulty 4, so not outrageous, but not trivial, certainly. We've got green. We've got Keeper. Green can also help get Keeper accelerating. Get those votes in. Brian, get your vote in. I guess you don't know who people voted until maybe. There's some votes coming in, so it's happening. When you chat, I can see what you voted for. Sparky goes for the no. That's all right. That's how you win big, is by doubting me. And then I throw the game and you send me some Handelabra points under the table. That's how this works, right? Olives. All right. Now I've got 3 ounces of gin in me. Smart bet to go no. We have 4 voters. All right. Let's see what Prussia's got. They explore in the sands. Yeah, the 2D is working well. One thing I'm not 100% sure on is how well, like, Strife tokens are going to work in complicated games with a lot of invaders in 2D. That might need a little more attention. And now we get to think about how proliferation works, which is actually really strong for Keeper because Keeper's so limited in how they can grow normally. This can let Keeper actually get places that they normally couldn't. So we have the tokens are small. Yeah, the tokens are actually made a little smaller because just for space reasons. Like When you look at it like this, it's like, hey, there's tons of space everywhere. What are you talking about? But the way the 2D map is set up is every type of thing has its own spot. And so it at like basically they need to be small. You can always zoom in. Zoom right in. There they are. Yeah, so how it works is like cities need to have a space for the city at full HP, city with 2 HP, city with 3 HP, goes like that, right? And actually city that had 4 hit points, like there needs to be 4 spaces for cities that are like invisibly here. Because you could, conceivably, you could have in a land all of the kinds of things. So we have it. I should share a screenshot. We have a test that like will completely fill up all the lands with all the things that could possibly be in them. Because Frenzy will definitely do that. He'll be like, let's have a land that has each kind of invader at each possible health, and make sure we can it's usable. In 3D, it just sort of tries to fit them in. But in 2D, it tries to keep them in a consistent spot. So it's just a different way of doing it. It might be something we change, but that's how it's set up right now. I mean, we could do it the same way as 3D, where like it finds a spot and plunks it down, but then you'd end up with sort of like the town with full HP is here, and the towns with 1 damage are way over somewhere else. So it would be a little more random feeling, I think. So yeah, anyways, kind of what we ended up doing is try to find a space for the tokens that fits, and if they don't fit, then like they go in a place that's less likely to have something, like a Dahan with 6 health that has 1 left, for example, is not a likely situation as much. Okay, anyways, so we've got a build here. This isn't building. And a build here. Of course, green's gonna green. And we could potentially get to... If we do this, we could get to the 2 damage on our innate, I think, or maybe we can't. Can you do that? You don't have enough energy to get there, do you? I guess you basically get to use stem the flow and your innate. That's how that works. You can't get 3 energy and 2 plays on the first turn, I don't think. That's not a thing. When you get to Lure the Deep Wilderness, yeah, like this is something we'll probably have to reevaluate with Jagged Earth, but we're sort of getting to the edge of what we can do with Branch and Claw, so we'll see how we do. We also have the opportunity to just like put a Sacred Site somewhere and stop them from ravaging next turn. Fortunately, Sands is not good for that. Different things. And Keeper also isn't good at actually dealing with stuff. At least immediately. It's more about the longer term prevention with wilds. So I think the first thing we're going to do is gain a power card and see what we get. Because we're definitely gaining a power card, right? We may as well make that our first thing to think about. Oh yeah, I do have to fix that. Song of Sanctity is good elements. Basically, sun and plant are good to have all the time. Mountain Jungle could be a thing that works. But we don't have Blight on those type of lands. Well, we do here. It's not in range right now, but it could get there. Add Disease. Or 1 Fear, add 1 Strife. So I could negate this, by adding strafe onto the city. Is not bad. Entrancing Apparitions. Fortunately, there isn't a place where that stops 2 builds. But I do like that card. It would be nice to have that on green, actually. And 1 damage or defend 4. In a land with Dahan. We could make that happen here with Overgrow. I think I like Elusive Ambushes, because having that defend 4 in our pocket for later might be nice as well. It would work here. We could reclaim it if we really needed to. And yeah, the only real option here is to add presence to where we are. And usually go for 2 card plays here, because we're going to want to get to add a wild somewhere. Probably. We could always add more cards. Yeah, maybe we hold off on that and we play Boon of Growing Power. We can actually get power cards for green, which is kind of neat. And yeah, this stops a build potentially too if they happen to explore literally nowhere possible. That would stop a build. But, you know, in theory, you could stop a build if there weren't towns and blight next to all of your presence. So I guess if we go here, then there'll be a jungle where that won't be the case. Or if we go here, when we can decide that. No, we have to decide in the fast phase, don't we? So anyways, I think we go here probably, because it has blight and that's hard for us to get there normally. So probably add a presence, +1 card play. Get to the plant. We don't need to get to the plant, but the +1 card play is sort of really good, and then either getting to plant or getting to the 1 card plays and getting to the 2 card plays properly next turn. There's different ways to go about it. I think we're going to want... I would love to be able to defend this, because there's 2 Dahan here already. That would be great. What we could do is just deal with this one. Not this turn, but the following turn. Well, we could destroy the town this turn by doing this. Let's pop from the card plays and proliferate and stem the flow. I guess, yeah, we could potentially overgrow and +1 card plays to get a sacred site there too. But these 2 let us destroy the town that they build here. And proliferate lets us get the elusive ambush up here. So that seems all right. So let us proliferate. Let's move up our energy track. I kind of like, I like going to a blend with blight because it's really tough for us to get into there. And do a damage. They don't build there. They do build a city, and they do build down there. And they do explode the jungle. So we can actually stop that. And I can actually bring that explorer into... well, we can gain the power card first, just in case it matters. It probably can't. I think it makes sense to get the free energy, unless we really need a power for Keeper. Hey, defend 6. I mean, it's kind of obvious right now. Poison Dew, destroy and explore in the slow phase. It's like, all right. I mean, yeah, like stops the build. Quicken the Earth Struggles is also good, but bad elements. Yeah, this has plant on it, and it does exactly what we need next turn, so seems like a no-brainer. This is going to be a little annoying, but... and Creeper's Tear and Stem the Flow deals with this. And Spreading Wilds deals with this. Let's bring him in here, because we get our first innate, we can deal damage. And they didn't explore into this jungle, so it's going to be a quiet build, because really it's just 2 lands, and we can actually stop the build here as well. We could actually stop the build here too. Which might not be a bad idea. Stopping the build there as well makes for like a 0 Ravage next turn. What I would do is probably gain power card 3 energy, add a presence there, overgrow there as well. Nature's Resilience would be the 2 plays. That gets us card play and probably the plant. Just 1 damage off of Creeper's Tear. But if we have 1 other damage with Creeper's Tear, we could destroy this town. So let's gain the power card and 3 energy. Tempting to get a major here, actually. But I don't think we're... Maybe next time. Don't have any fodder for it, really. Add wilds. Destroy an explorer. That deals with a build without having me have to destroy presence. So I could just put 1 presence in here and play Steam Vents. That means I'm not playing like Overgrown a Night instead, though. Teeming Rivers, add Beasts. Or remove Blight. Removing Rain is removing Blight or adding Wilds, which is pretty good, and good elements for green. Call to Ferocity is fine. Sort of another way to... This is another way to deal with builds, because you can push away the problems if Dahan happened to be there. Steam Vents is kind of interesting. Like, it actually is a nice way to solve a problem this turn without having to destroy presence. Like, without having to commit 2 presence down there. You can use Steam Vents instead. Let's do that. It's weird to take Steam Vents with this spirit, but... So we're actually not getting that plant, because we're going to play Steam Vents and Nature's Resilience instead, so we don't get any innates. And we're not overgrowing slows us down actually a little bit too, but I think it's okay. And okay, so up here, actually we're also gaining a power card. Probably. But we don't have any builds to deal with. We just have literally this 1 Ravage. So we could reclaim to get Elusive Ambushes, but there's no Dahan there. We would have to push some Dahan in there first, which we could from here. It's honestly not, like, that is a guaranteed combo that's going to work. We could still gain a power card first and see if we get, like, another defend card instead of reclaiming. So I'd rather not reclaim if I don't have to. And none of these do... I mean, Reaching Grasp is pretty good for Keeper because a lot of things are at range 0. Twilight Fog brings Madness. Yeah, none of these I'm super excited about. So I think I'll take Reaching Grasp because it works really well for both of these spirits, and Sunshine is useful. So I think we'll Reclaim and just like bring the Dahan to kill this city. Is pretty nice. Ambushes and Sacrosanct Wilderness. We push the Dahan, we get to add wilds there, and we get to kill this stuff. And actually, this whole board is like doing nothing at that point. And so is green. So actually, everything is pretty well. I mean, I'm not going to say totally in hand, but it's going well. I don't. The board is not clear, but it's doing okay. So these Dahan will come in here, and the ambushes will defend. And then down here, Nature's Resilience will block all of that and kill the city. And then Steam Vents can take out this Explorer because we can block this build. I'm actually going to block the build instead of blocking the Ravage later because we don't need the Sacred Site for the slow phase. So and we're getting a good amount of fear from these building destroys. Yeah, we're not going to allow the build. All right, mountain it is. And so they, yeah, it was like, yeah, they're not going to explore here because of the, whatchamacallit. So unfortunately, since there are towns everywhere, we can't actually stop a build. We can push an Explorer away and add wilds. Which I think it makes sense to do. But it's less exciting. All right. So literally nothing happening in the jungle. So that is great. There's one Explorer. Overgrow and Fields Choked. Fields Choked deals with this by pushing the town away, but we do have a few more danger areas happening. 2 city builds. This isn't building, but 2 city builds up here presently, and no way to really deal with them at all. Yeah, these don't. Well, actually, this would do 2 damage and stop that build entirely, which I'm okay with, pretty okay with. It would mean reclaiming again, which I'm less okay with, but sometimes if it solves a problem, it solves a problem, right? I think I'd reclaim and add presence, so like keep getting presence moving. But so then down here, I think, yeah, we're not really equipped to stop anything. We have no presence in the mountains at all. This lets us push a town away so we can deal with that. We can overgrow to just sort of maybe set up a sacred site in one or either of these problem areas. I guess the thing is we have 2 card plays. We want to get into here with the sacred site. I guess we could do that next turn. So we could go for the major this turn actually now. We have Steam Vents to forget. If we go for the major now, maybe we get something really handy to deal with one of these tough mountains. And we'll have 7 energy. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Grant hatred a ravenous form. Does not do anything for us this turn, but it's pretty cool for if you've got lots of stuff stacked up in the land. And can add beasts. Power Storm is always handy. Lewd Dolphin, welcome. Vigor of the Breaking Dawn. If we head to Han in any mountain, would be cool. And Infinite Vitality would be cool, but also there's no Dahan there. Oh, these are not the best for what the situation is, I would have to say. Thanks, Lude. I mean, Infinite Vitality could be useful next turn for the Ravage. If we can get Dahan in, which is not super our skill set. Power Storm is what I'm leaning towards, just to would let us push away towns, or also push Dahan. We can repeat our Fields Choked. We could repeat Overgrow to really get presence moving. We could have some repeats happening over here too. So I think Power Storm. Not super enthused about it though, as you might be able to tell. So we're going to be reclaiming next turn so we can get our big defend card at least. So I guess we could have taken Vigor, but the thing is Vigor only has Dahan pushing if you hit the threshold, which we aren't going to do. So we don't actually need a Sacred Site anywhere on our board right now. I would like to get rid of this town. That would be nice. It's like opening up visibility to the back corner. But there's also more important things to deal with, it seems. If I take a plant, does that get me anything? I guess it gets me this 1 damage. But that doesn't really do much, does it? Because I can't repeat that. Power Storm is repeat power cards. And I can only play 2 power cards anyways. So this 1 damage doesn't really do anything. Towering Wrath over here is going to be able to do lots of damage over here. Yeah, and this is 0, range 0. Just thinking if Reaching Grasp happens, I think having presence up here is going to be useful. So I'm going to put presence up here. Well, if I want, basically if I have Towering Wrath, I can do and get 2 Sacred Sites. That could be 4 damage over here. And we were going to just destroy it with the the other power, weren't we? But we could actually allow them to build and then destroy the city and the town. That seems enticing, doesn't it? Let's see how this works. So then I wouldn't have to reclaim. I would make a Sacred Site here. Oh, and actually can push Dahan somewhere. But pushing the Dahan wouldn't go. If I push them here, so what? That stuff's gonna be gone anyways. It's not too exciting. But I would play Towering Wrath, and I would have one more energy from this to play. Yeah, we need to play Reaching Grasp so that green can actually get that one more damage in here. And then I guess we just gain a power card. So let's gain a power card first. Does it matter? We're not going to play it if we're going to play those two things. Probably. Like, let's gain the power card. Gift of Power, Gift of Constancy, Lure of the Unknown. Defending 3. Defending 3 might be helpful for the mountains. This is probably more helpful next turn. That's going to like stop a build because they're doing the big explore. It has plant, it has fire. It's free. Yum time is over. All right, let's pop up to the 4 energy spot and send Dahan somewhere. They don't have to be anywhere. It's gonna try to like have 2 in places where it helps, maybe. But maybe. There's a wilds there, so they're not exploring there. So let's play Tiring Wrath, which is going to do 4 damage here, and then green's going to do 1 damage. And I guess we're going to Power Storm Overgrow in a Night. Because we're not going to... I guess we could Power Storm Towering Wrath for 2 damage here to destroy a town. It's not the end of the world. It's lots of fear. There's no Dahan. Could be fine. So Reaching Grasp over here. Power Storm. I guess we have to decide Power Storm now. Overgrow is going to go into one of these problem mountains. And I think we have a defend card for this one quite easily. This one is going to be higher amount. We also have defend 4 over here if we reclaim, so we're actually not super worried about that, are we? And actually, we don't even need Reaching Grasp because we could just literally go into there with Overgrow. So, all right, forget Reaching Grasp. Let's play something more useful that will actually do something, like Lure of the Unknown or anything. I mean, yeah, that actually does damage to kill these explorers. Or I could play whatever else, but like Lure also like stops the city build, so. Or stops a build, but like here it stops the city build because we can pull in the town. I'd rather pull the town into like where my presence is. I guess we could just stop this build instead of allowing them to build. We were planning to blow it all up. I guess we still can blow it all up. Maybe. Yeah, I think we're still just going to do this. We're going to let them build the city because that is their downfall. Doing stuff is making you lose. Oh, right. Jungle's going to ravage. You're right, Colonel Grimm. I just was like, jungle's fine. Everything's fine, but it's not. You're right. I got hasty. Let's do this first. Card plays. Yeah, don't pull it into jungle unless we have a plan for that, which we don't. So yeah, you're right. Better to put it in the sands. And Power Storm then makes sense to go... We could still Towering Wrath again. We could repeat that. I think that's better than repeating overgrow right now. We could repeat lure, but there's honestly no... Like, we could stop this build, but I don't have anything to do with Towering Wrath, and I want to blow stuff up with Towering Wrath, I think. So, I think we repeat Towering Wrath for the fear, and we get to, like, do at least 2 damage. Maybe, like, more damage if they explore the sands here. So, let's do that. Build a city. Don't build. Build a town. Don't build. Mountains and wetlands. All right. So we got an extra explorer here now that we didn't account for. Oh no, they didn't explore there because of the wild token. All right then. And we got to command beasts. All right, so Towering Wrath is 4 damage. Oh, we didn't end up getting rid of this town. That was a thing that I think we had talked about doing, and then we didn't do it. But that clears that land out. They won't build in it. They won't ravage in it. That is very nice. And we can repeat Towering Wrath. We don't have any extra damage here, so that wasn't a really concern. We can destroy. We can do 2 damage. We're like 1 damage short because they explored it to here. We could actually pull an explorer out with Spreading Wilds. No, actually not from there, but from here. Yeah, we could put... I really don't want them building in this backwater wetland. So they're not going to do that, and it's got a wild up there now. I would rather not destroy all Dahan there. Also. So I guess... Well, let's see. I guess I'm Towering Wrath on this land with the explorers. Because I don't want to destroy all the Dahan. Which is fine. Stops the build as well, right? And then I'm wondering if there's a land where I can get an explorer to come... Can I get an explorer to come into here? Yeah. Hey, you. Come into here. Where my presence is, and then I can kill you. So we still have this guy, but I do have Lure of the Unknown. We have ways to manage. So this board is looking pretty good, right? There's literally 1 build happening, and there's a town here. Down in Green's board, it's a little more exciting. We have 2 Ravages that are doing something. Honestly, could just let that blight, and we could put our defend card in here. I think we're going to reclaim because... and we could just do a gain power card instead, but I want to get my defend card. Pop a defend in there. We'll need to make a sacred site. We could actually pop a defend, block the build as well. Or we just wait and block the Ravage, I guess. Either way. All right, so let's gain a power card and reclaim with green here. We do have a major power, which was, what was it? I forgot because it wasn't very memorable. Power Storm. Yeah, not memorable. Elemental Boon is pretty good between these 2 plant-based spirits, but it is literally only plant that they share. Add Beast in target spirit's land. That is handy for command beasts. And also potentially defend 4. Prowling Panthers, Razor Sharp Undergrowth. Razor Sharp Undergrowth seems good for our friend Green here. I don't know that it helps this turn, though. defend 4 could be used like to defend my own lands. I'm also going to have probably defend 2, right? With my innate. So I take Razor Sharp Undergrowth. I should be able to get also that I actually don't even need my other defend card. I guess it's range. This is range of a Sacred Site of 1. And the card I just grabbed is range 0. So I need to have presence in here. Grab 3 card plays. I would need... This one doesn't actually... Well, yeah, I need to overgrow. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I'm just going to play this out. Overgrow and get a water. I can't afford Nature's Resilience. Probably the Push a Town card. That does actually get us to repeat that power. So this lets us get defend 4 into here by overgrowing into it and popping. This does destroy Dahan, but that's fine. Defend 2. We could also get defend 4 by literally just playing another water card. That's also a thing. We don't want to destroy the Dahan if we don't have to, right? I guess this could be used like in here where there's no Dahan. And I guess instead of playing that, we could play this. If we just literally don't want to take any blight this game for some reason, we could just do that. That doesn't seem very useful, though. I'd rather try to, like... Loot is actually here. I don't believe it. So yeah, what were the other cards that we didn't take? Guardian Serpents, Prowling Panthers, Elemental Boon. Like, I think this card actually is the right choice. And we probably play it there next turn. So let's see what Keeper wants to do before we make too many more decisions, I guess. We also have Command Beasts that isn't doing much of anything right now. We don't have a way to deal with that Explorer up there. Well, we have Lure the Unknown, so we could reclaim and bring him to a place that doesn't matter. We could gain a power card and add presence to an arbitrary location. Amazing. That could be a major. Or we could just pop up the 3 card plays and play these 3 cards. And play I don't know what. But having green be able to use their power without restriction would be nice. Actually, I just play another. I need to play another plant card over here, and I get defend 4 for this land. Do we want to add more presence for energy? Do we want to just get more card plays? I guess if we put presence here, then we could just... We don't actually get fire. So we don't get to do this. But next turn, we just, like, throw a defend 4 on it. I mean, ideally, though, like, pulling that guy away so he doesn't build is better. So reclaiming is better, I guess. And playing that card. Better, maybe. Then we start spreading out a little more again. Because we can put presents here, we could put presents here. That seems fine. Lure of the Unknown. It's too good. It really is too good. I mean, it falls off a little bit at later in the game when there's invaders everywhere or at higher difficulties, but at low difficulties, it's so good. It's range 2. It's free. It has 4 elements. So good. Ocean loves it. Everyone loves it. All right, I can play another card. I'm blocking that build, so they're not building on my board. I could probably help green out a little bit. They're building more down here, but that's far away. And lure doesn't actually help with that. Oh, I could actually defend for green there. So look at that. There's the defend 4. Potentially. And then so green can defend here. Because why not? And let's overgrow. Or proliferate. This defend 4 deals with that. And stem the flow plus innate power kills a town here. We can push the town out of here. Sure. Those things all seem reasonable. And real. And let's lure this friend. Target spirit. Target spirit would like to move into a place where they can't normally go, which is anywhere. I guess lands with blight, generally. Get up to 3 card plays. We don't need to use command beasts to, like, use 1 beast for no reason. Defend 4 over here. And I think we're good. Remove an explorer from an inland land. That actually would have been good to know about. Because we could have gotten rid of that guy. I mean, we may as well remove them from here so then they're gone and they don't build because there's only 1 Dahan, so we may as well make them not build there. A city? Oh no. And they explore the mountains. They really are a one-track mind here. So we have to add a town to some land. I guess it's going to be this jungle. Well, actually, they're not going to explore here. If we put it here, they do explore there. So I guess up here in this jungle, it'd be nice to where we have. I guess it could be here, but that's a city build, right? So let's put it up here. And then down here, they wouldn't explore this mountain, but we can't change that because all these lands are adjacent. And also they were going to explore it anyway, so may as well be this jungle where we can destroy it more easily, I think. So they still don't explore here, so. All right, I think, yeah, if we didn't have this town, they wouldn't have escalated on this board. So that's interesting. And And yeah, actually, spreading wilds is going to work because we have presence in places now. So we can actually send this guy away. Well, he's just going to ravage, though, right? He's just dead. He's not doing anything. We have Creeper's Tear and Stem the Flow and Push a Town. So, or push 3 Dahan, I suppose. That is a real thing. So actually pushing the Dahan in here for the Ravage is actually better than just moving a town, right? And we can, if we destroy the town, then the Dahan destroy the city and the Explorer. Oh, but Sacred Site. Guess I need a Sacred Site. And I guess none of these ranges work except on this one spot. So I guess it's here. Fine. That's fine. And yeah, basically move explorers around for funsies. Where have they explored in stage 2? Just mountains? I think we just like send this guy away. Just send him into this problematic mountain. Because then here we can just put a defend 2 from green into it. Because green can now Nature's Resilience right here, and defend 2 in here. And there is this Ravage that's happening with a lot. But if we get a Blight, it's okay, I think. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. It's possible. We have our this card to also destroy things that have wilds. There's a build here. I guess no, that's ravaging. So yeah, things are so quiet up here. Okay, so 3 card plays, maybe 4 card plays. We have so much energy. I guess we gain a major power, which we haven't yet. I guess we could do this. Gain. Think of my gains. Gain a power and add presence. We still have tons of energy. That seems good. Savage Transformation. Sea Monsters. Sea Monsters could probably help with that problematic spot. Manifest Incarnation. +1 fear for each town/city and for each of your presence in target land. Remove 1 city, 1 town, and explore. Then they ravage. That happened on Saturday, and it was great. Unrelenting Growth seems good. Add 2 presence and 1 wild to a land at range 1. And that has all my elements on it, almost. So that seems nice. I'm probably going to get this, right? Add additional wild and remove on Blight. And gain a power card. That's super good. Yeah, Sea Monsters had to be nerfed because there was no limit, so you could stack beasts up in the land and gain outrageous amounts of fear. So let's forget probably ambushes. It served its purpose. So yeah, actually, Unrelenting Growth, we can just like let that blight and then we'll get to the threshold of it. So let's play another card. I can actually play a card anywhere. Or, sorry, put a presence anywhere, but I don't know where I would want to except where I am already. I guess if I put... Yeah, no, where the Dahan are down there is where we want them. So it's like... I guess if I make a sacred site here, I can kill the town there and send away the Dahan so they don't get killed by my power. Because I was going to do this. 5 and reclaim 1. I mean, I don't see why not. We push all the Dahan. I don't think we have enough defense to defend this and all this stuff this turn. So I'm going to send the Dahan, like, not there. A different place. Here. I don't know. Look at this foolishness. Lure of the Unknown actually doesn't really do anything. I just want the elements to get the... I mean, I already have almost all the elements to get that. So... 2 damage per blight in target land. Sure. Kill town. Towering Wrath. Blow up towns also. Remove all blights on island. There's too much to do. I don't know what I'm doing. There's too much. So what's green doing? Let's distract ourselves with green. Defend 6, defend 2. I don't have water. So that's a slight issue for the defend idea. I could just reclaim a water card, though, which seems fine. And play Nature's Resilience and that card, and then whatever else. Scour the land. Rain of Blood. None of these are too exciting for green. I'm not going to play any of them, so we'll just pick one. And add presence. I need a sacred site within range 1 of this. So let's just put it literally there. Defend there. And play a card with water on it. Sure. Destroy buildings. Add presence. Have moons. Is there a place? I guess we could destroy. Is there a place we could actually play this to effect? I don't think so, actually. I would like to get another moon, though, and it's the only way. So I'm going to play it just for the moon. Just for the moon of it. Don't have water, drink from the tap. I mean, I have this water. And Keeper is like, what am I doing? I have too much to do and I don't know what to do. We were going to destroy this town with Sacrosanct for some reason. We're going to play Unrelenting Growth probably in here for some reason. I could lure something into here so that... yeah, okay. I could lure this guy into here so that green can kill it with razor sharp undergrowth. That works. And play 2 more cards. 2 more cards? What? More sun and everything. Gain more cards. Towering Wrath. Sure. How do I have... So I have +1 damage per... this is doing 7 damage in range 0 in the slow phase. Think about that. I think we know where Unrelenting Growth is going to go to get presents. But actually, I could just proliferate. But it will get destroyed because of Blight, so maybe not. But anyways. This is kind of silly. So, All-Enveloping Green is going to go here. This is going to kill this town. I guess you can go in here. He was going to get lured here just so that Razor Sharp Undergrowth can do that. Still don't need to... I mean, we could kill this Explorer with Command Beasts, I guess, or get a Fear. Get a Fear. It's true, we could get a Fear. I'm not sure if that is that useful. Oh, and I do also get to put presents down. So maybe somewhere so we get more Sacred Sites, which means more damage, potentially. Sure. This is getting outrageous. Yeah, I mean, we don't really have anything else to do with Command Beasts, so... Oh, there are 2 lands. Right, because there's 2 beasts on the board to begin with. Let's generate a Fear. And we'll send this guy somewhere potentially productive in the future. Oh. Well, that would have been good to know about. I guess I'm going to click on this town. Oh, but it's both of them. I was also potentially thinking of moving him over there, and I didn't know about that Fear card, so. No, let's allow the Ravage. And I think we hit the Explore because of my innate. They build literally in 1 mountain. They explore in... I could put a town in here. That would be funny. This is kind of weird. I guess here? Add a town here. Sure. They were going to explore those places anyways. And they didn't explore up here because of the wilds. All right. Unrelenting Growth. I mean, this could go wherever, but removing a Blight is kind of fun. We get 2 wilds. They're going to ravage here again, but they're also going to get blowed up. Let's gain a major power. Minor power. Let's get a minor power. Don't have to think as much. Infested Ackfires. Add. Right, because we had the threshold, we get a free power card. Because we definitely need more power cards. We don't really need to worry about defense, so let's go with this new power card with disease. Towering Wrath is going to do 6 damage in this land. Seems good. There's no other land where, like, it makes sense. I can also do an outrageous amount of damage with my... I can push 2 explorers from a land with no blight. I don't have a way to remove blight. I guess I could have... If I had gone here, I could remove blight here, but I want to have presence in more lands. I can move that guy. I can move this guy. He's going to be dead, though. Guess we'll move this guy. He's the only sort of lone explorer doing anything. Ravage in the jungle, you say? All right, Towering Wrath should go in here. 6 damage. Oh, I guess we have Stem the Flow there, right? 1 damage to each. That should go there first. I mean, we're overkilling because of our innate power anyways, but I think we're just almost wiping the island. Like, this is doing 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're killing almost everything on the island here. Is it? Oh, between one of your lands. Okay, so it's not everywhere. So it's not as silly as I did think. Okay, that's fine. So target land, like these two, I guess. That's fair. And Creeper's Tear can take out a town where green is, so I guess it's here. I mean, yeah. Things are going fine. Let's grab another minor power for green here. Ooh. Tormenting rot flies. Not really in the land types we need. None of these cards we super have a lot of interest in. Guess we can grab Drift Down because it has a defend effect in the jungle where they literally have 1 invader. So, not a major deal. All right. They are building. The Ravage is nothing. Build is in literally 1 land. And so we just need to like tidy up basically. So GG. Again, Lure the Unknown is our friend. So let's reclaim. All right, I need to also do something else. We can just keep playing Unrelenting Growth all the time. I guess I don't get to do this growth option unless I have the energy to begin with. It's kind of interesting. I don't want to actually push these Dahan out. I want to push this guy here so he gets killed by the Dahan. But we can add presence anywhere with wilds, so why not down here? I don't know. There's fine. The most important card, Lure of the Unknown. Sends that guy here. And then basically just cards that destroy towns. So, Towering Wrath. I guess this can do damage if there are wilds where there's a building, but there kind of isn't. I guess our innate power does damage, so we can make sure to power that up. Sure, that's a nice and cheap way to do it. Give growth probably to green this time. We can play this card, because why not? And Reaching Grasp for funsies. There is enough stuff where we are to use our innate on. Remove a blight. Super important. Okay. Green. What is green doing? Repeating Towering Wrath all over the place. Can we actually get the kicker on that? We don't have any more fire, but we could maybe get one. Let's see if we can, just for fun. Call to Bloodshed, Pact of the Joined Hunt, Flesh Rot Fever. Excuse me. 1 damage per Dahan would take care of some places, but let's get Power Storm going times more. That seems good. Green needs presence, in theory. Power Storm needs a Sunbeam and an air. I really don't need this effect. Or the other elements on it, I don't think. That gets us Power Storm's threshold. We don't need to do anything this turn. Really. Let's lower this friend. And let's Power Storm up here. Seems good. And we get a fear card. Oh, I could use lure again, but there's no need for that. Defend 6 in coastal lands. Okay. Thanks. Very helpful. They build in the jungle. They explore coastal lands. Well, some of them. All right. Who is ready for the Thundering Wrath and whatnot? So I think this land and this land are where I have presence. I mean, I also could get presence into that land. There's so many ways that they're dead. I think is the long and the short of it. Let's just remove all the blight from the island first. Let's add disease somewhere. Let's make a rain of blood. Is that no? That can't be true. At least 2 towns or cities. Let's infest the aquifers. Sure. I can repeat like 3 cards, right? So I can like do this as many times as I want. Oh, right. Interesting. I mean, I could put that wherever, but like if you have... I'm just going to try to disease the whole island more. All right, I have 1 extra power. Oh, I get to do this for the first time. Let's do that on green. I don't even have 2 presents left to add. Yeah, Frenzy and Power Storm. Best of friends. Swarming Wasps. Doesn't matter, we're not going to get to play it. Punish those who trespass. I punish you. Oh wait, no, I want to Spreading Wilds first. Send this guy in here. Then punish those who trespass on here and here. Oh, I don't have quite enough damage. In the name of the moon. Exactly, Sparky Wolf. In the name of the moon, I'll punish you. We've got 3 explorers and a town left on the island. And we can do Towering Wrath multiple times. I guess we could have probably killed every invader. I'm going to go back and do that. We just had to make sure to send this guy to a different land. He needs to go here. And then we do this. Oh, actually, we can't afford to repeat Towering Wrath. We failed. We spent too much time removing Blight and stuff. I guess it'll be okay. Spirit power make up. All right. The one explorer nopes out of there in a big way. The forest is not to be trifled with. All right, prediction outcome. I won, in fact. Yeah. Enjoy your points. And sorry if you lost your points. 1,000 channel points given to 2 viewers. Congratulations. Yeah, that was a good time. How many points did I get? 46. 0 blight on the island. Might have lost a couple to Han. You know, that happens. Maybe I lost some points because of killing Dahan at the end. Yeah, 2 hours, 2 games. Very good. And there's the adversary. There's a bug in the current version where this doesn't show up at the end, but that is fixed, and it will be fixed in an update for you all when that is available. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed this Branch and Claw preview. We will be showing more Branch and Claw content, of course. Power cards, Fear cards, Blight cards, and of course, events and adversaries and scenarios are still to come. but we'll be showing the stuff regularly on Spirit Island Saturday and debuting new stuff on Handelabra Live once it's ready. So, yeah, that was fun. Maybe next time, I guess maybe this Saturday, we'll play Keeper and Fangs in the same game. Maybe Takewalker will be there. I don't know. Takewalker's excited for France. Cool. Yeah, the new adversaries and scenarios. The scenarios are really interesting. There's all sorts of really wacky stuff in Branch and Claw, including Second Wave to play multiple games in a row. But yeah, so that is going to do it for Handelabra Live. Thanks everyone for watching and tuning in. We will see you for all the other shows on our channel coming up this week. We're back in the swing of things. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.